Welcome to English Easy Hub. Join us as we ignite the flames of your English learning journey together.
Please subscribe to watch and embark on your English learning journey. Don't miss out on the exciting content. This dialogue explores practical and actionable strategies for overcoming shyness when practicing spoken English. Andy, an English learner, shares his struggles with speaking confidently in real-life situations, including overthinking, fear of mistakes, and self-consciousness about his accent. Through a thoughtful exchange, the teacher provides deep insights into reframing mindset, developing communication-focused habits, and embracing imperfections as part of the learning journey. The conversation highlights techniques like recording oneself, slowing down speech, joining supportive communities, and building conversational skills step by step.
Hello, teacher. I often feel shy when practicing my spoken English, especially in front of others. How can I overcome this?
Hi, Andy. Feeling shy is natural, especially when you're learning something new. The first step is to shift your mindset. Remember, mistakes are a sign of progress, not failure. When you stop seeing errors as embarrassing and start viewing them as learning opportunities, your confidence will grow. Does that resonate with you?
It does, but I often overthink when I speak. I worry that my pronunciation is wrong or that I'll use incorrect grammar. How can I stop this habit of overthinking?
Overthinking stems from a fear of judgment. Try focusing on communication instead of perfection. The goal of speaking is to convey ideas, not to have flawless grammar. To help, you can practice with people who are supportive or even speak to yourself in a mirror. Does speaking to yourself sound odd, or do you think it could help?
Speaking to myself sounds interesting, but won't it feel awkward?
It might at first, but it's a safe space to experiment. Plus, it builds self-awareness. Start with simple sentences like, "Today I'm going to practice speaking English," and gradually increase complexity. You'll notice patterns in your speech that you can refine. Have you ever tried recording yourself?
No, I haven't. Would recording my voice really make a difference?
Absolutely. When you listen to yourself, you can identify areas for improvement and track progress. It's like being your own coach. Listening also helps you grow comfortable with how you sound in English, which reduces shyness over time. What do you think?
That makes sense. But what if I still feel shy speaking in front of native speakers?
That's a common challenge. Start with small steps. Speak to someone one-on-one rather than in a group. Prepare key phrases or topics beforehand to feel more in control. And remember, most native speakers are patient with learners. They admire your effort. Can you think of situations where you could try this?
Maybe I could order food at a restaurant or ask for directions. But what if I freeze up and forget my words?
If that happens, don't panic. You can use fillers like, "let me think," or rephrase your sentence. For example, if you forget the word for directions, you could say, "How can I go to this place?" Flexibility is key. Do you feel comfortable improvising like that?
I think I need more practice to feel confident improvising. Are there other ways to reduce my shyness?
Yes. Immerse yourself in English. Join language exchange groups or online communities where you can practice informally. Watching English movies or listening to podcasts can also help you pick up natural phrases and improve your intonation. Immersion creates familiarity, which makes speaking less intimidating. Are you part of any language learning groups?
Not yet, but I'd like to join one. I think practicing with peers could be less stressful.
That's an excellent idea. When you practice with peers, you're all learning together, which makes the environment less judgmental. Also, set small, measurable goals like having a 5-minute conversation in English every day. Progress builds confidence. What would your first goal be?
I think I'll start by introducing myself and talking about my hobbies for 5 minutes every day. Do you think that's a good start?
That's a fantastic start. Keep it simple and consistent. Remember to reward yourself for milestones It reinforces positive behavior. Lastly, always remind yourself that everyone was a beginner at some point. You're doing great by taking these steps. How do you feel now about tackling your shyness?
I feel much more motivated and clear about what I need to do. Thank you so much for your guidance.
You're very welcome, Andy. Keep practicing, and don't forget to enjoy the process. You've got this.
Thank you, teacher. I'll try these methods. But I'm curious, why is it that I feel fine reading or writing in English but struggle so much with speaking? It feels like a completely different skill.
That's an excellent observation, Andy. Speaking involves multiple processes happening simultaneously. You're thinking of the right words, forming sentences, pronouncing them correctly, and adjusting to the listener's reactions, all in real time. Reading and writing give you more time to think and revise, while speaking requires quick responses. Have you ever thought about slowing down your speech to help with this?
Slowing down? Wouldn't that make me sound less fluent?
Not at all. Speaking slower not only gives you time to think, but also makes you clearer to your listener. Even native speakers appreciate a thoughtful, deliberate pace. Plus, it reduces pressure on you to rush, which can lower anxiety. Would you like to try practicing that with me now?
Sure. Let me think. Hello, my name is Andy. I am learning English because I love the language. Was that okay?
That was a great start. You spoke clearly and confidently. One tip: pause slightly between ideas. For example, after introducing yourself, take a small pause before explaining why you're learning English. It makes your speech more natural. Do you see how that works?
Yes, I think so. It's like giving myself room to breathe. But what about my accent? Sometimes I feel self-conscious because it doesn't sound native.
Andy, your accent is part of your identity, and there's nothing wrong with that. The goal is clarity, not sounding like a native speaker. If your listener understands you, your accent isn't a barrier. It's an asset that reflects your unique background. However, if there are specific sounds or intonations you'd like to improve, we can work on those. Which ones do you find challenging?
I struggle with the TH sound, like in think or this. It's hard to get it right.
That's a tricky sound for many learners. Try this. Place your tongue lightly between your teeth and blow out gently, almost like you're whispering. It should feel soft, not forced. Can you try it with me?
Think. This. Thank you. How was that?
Much better. You're getting the hang of it. With practice, it'll feel more natural. A fun way to improve is by reading tongue twisters. For example, think of 3 thin things. Want to give it a shot?
Okay, here goes. Think of 3 thin things. Oh, that's hard.
It is, but you're doing well. Don't worry about speed. Focus on accuracy first. Over time, your confidence will grow. Speaking of confidence, have you considered practicing in situations where there's less pressure, like with a language partner or even with AI tools?
I've thought about it, but I feel awkward starting a conversation with a stranger. How do I even begin?
That's understandable. A good icebreaker is to ask simple, open-ended questions like, "Where are you from?" or "What do you like to do in your free time?" People enjoy talking about themselves, and it takes the focus off you. How does that sound?
It sounds good. I think I could start with questions like that. But what if I run out of things to say?
That's where preparation helps. Think of topics you enjoy discussing, like your hobbies, favorite movies, or future goals. Keep a mental list of these to fall back on during conversations. Also, listen actively to what the other person says. It often gives you ideas for follow-up questions. What are some topics you'd feel comfortable discussing?
Maybe sports or travel. I love watching sports and dreaming about places I'd like to visit.
Perfect. Those are universal topics. For example, you could say, I enjoy watching basketball. Do you like sports? Or, I'd love to visit Japan someday. Have you ever been there? Simple and engaging. Could you try creating a question like that now?
I enjoy soccer. Do you play any sports? How's that?
That's excellent, Andy. It's friendly and opens the door for conversation. Remember, you don't need to say anything complex. Connection matters more than complexity. Do you feel more prepared to try this in real-life situations?
I do. But I know confidence takes time. Are there any exercises I can do daily to build it gradually?
Certainly. Start with a daily speaking routine. Spend 5 minutes talking to yourself about your day or plans for tomorrow. Use a mirror if it helps. Also, try shadowing. Listen to a native speaker and mimic their tone and rhythm. It's a great way to improve fluency and confidence. Could you commit to 5 minutes a day?
I feel excited. It seems like a practical and enjoyable way to improve. Thank you, teacher. This has been so helpful.
I'm glad to hear that, Andy. Remember, progress comes with practice, and every small step matters. You're doing a fantastic job. Keep pushing forward and don't hesitate to ask if you need more guidance. You've got this.
In this discussion, Andy gains clarity and confidence through a series of tailored suggestions. The teacher emphasizes the importance of persistence, daily practice, and self-compassion, helping Andy understand that shyness can be overcome with patience and effort. From specific exercises like shadowing and using icebreaker questions to addressing accent concerns in real-life scenarios, this dialogue offers a comprehensive guide for anyone struggling with similar challenges. Ultimately, it underlines that every small step in speaking practice contributes to greater confidence and fluency. With consistent effort and the right mindset, Andy is empowered to achieve his goals in English communication.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share to keep the English learning journey alive.